What's going on, everyone? It's a Last Shelter news video. It's a new series that I'll be starting about kind of more short form news about Last Shelter and things, because there are questions whenever this stuff gets released. I'll do these hopefully very, very quickly whenever the information is released on reset day. For this equipment compendium, I actually didn't get this in my update for a long time, for almost the entire day. I had to restart my game like over and over and over, and it wasn't showing up. Eventually I just uninstalled, reinstalled, and finally I have it. So anyway, with all of that said, we're going to be talking about the new equipment compendium and the new gear sets that have been introduced. So we have gear sets for the SP heroes, the two SP heroes, Azure Dart and the latter gen Annie. These gear sets are pretty interesting. We're going to cover them, and then we're going to cover how to get them. So here, it's basically the same as all the other gear sets. Level 1, there's 0 stars, rather. There are still locked attributes here, and in order to unlock them, you need to upgrade them with other copies of the equipment. Now, you can see at 2-star, here are the statistics here. So 25 might, 16, 7, 25, 7. This is just for the weapon. It's basically the same across all the other pieces. And then you get an exclusive for if this is equipped to Azure Dart only, which is just going to be plus 11 might. Now there's a set bonus for the 5-piece, just like everything else. Vehicle resistance 20, might 20, HP 10, damage 10. You'll notice that in the steel set, at 2 stars, these stats are exactly the same. It is missing the exclusive bonus for Azure, but it is the same if once you kind of put it to a specific troop type. So what happens when you level from 0 to 1 is you select a troop type, and then this equipment will always be exclusive for fighters. And you can see here that I am now getting that 15% might exclusively for fighters. So just keep that in mind. You won't see it here for whatever reason, but it is here, and it's 15%. You'll notice that the SP is 11%, so it's literally worse. I don't know why that's the case, but that's just how we have it. At 4-star, it is better than the Steel series. You'll see it's 33, 22, 13, 33, 11, and 15. So this 15 is the same as the Steel series, but all of these are going to be 2% more. Keep in mind, percent is just flat. So it's two stats more. So it's really not that big of a deal. And that's at 4-star. At 2-star, it's literally worse than Steel. It's confusing. Now, the specific troop type sets, these are the expensive, like special sets here. These have the exact same stats at 2-star again, but at 4-star, they're the same as SP, and these give you more stats. So we'll see here, it gives you 20% vehicle might, whereas the SP gear at 4-star gives you the same stats here, and then 15% vehicle might. Now, the special equipment, the bonus is, as you see here, 20, 20, 10, 10. This is exactly the same as the SP gear. As we will see here, 20, 20, 10, 10. But it is better than the steel gear. It's double the steel gear, basically 10, 10 combat speed instead of HP. So HP is definitely better. So the special gear is better in all capacity than the SP gear. The steel gear is basically the same until you get up to 4-star, with the exception of the set bonuses, which means you basically have to have a full set, or at least 2 pieces of this gear for it to make any sense at all. So let's assume you 2-star all of this gear, you're going to have 4% less stats, but you will basically have, double the set bonus stats. So that's that. It's really weird. I don't really understand the numbers at all. I'm not really sure what they're doing with this, but I don't know. I really don't know. So anyway, the way to get this gear, the only way to get this gear is there's this event, the Lockdown Region Adventure. It is a this is paywalled gear. You have to pay. You cannot get this gear any other way. I guess that's not entirely true. There is a gift option, so people can send you these materials, which is very weird, but I actually kind of like it. I have not gifted anyone. I don't know if I would. But basically, you can send the materials that you gain to other people, and then they can unlock this gear. It's pretty cool. It means you can. I guess let me just explain this little event first. So basically, you buy these packages here that give you 10 fuel tanks, or however much you want to spend. If you want to spend 100, you'll get 200. They're all the same, so it doesn't really matter how much you buy, or which packages you buy rather. Then you basically just click on this like car thing here. I bought the $5 package basically just to understand the event. I have no interest in getting this gear and spending the required money. You get these weird little like items, and then these items add up into these kind of combined pieces here. So you can see if I get 2 nails, they turn into this dagger. Then if I get 2 daggers, they'll turn into the axe. And if I get 2 axes, they'll turn into the chainsaw. So basically, it requires, I don't know, what is that? 8. Let's see, 2, 4. Yeah. So it's going to require 8 of these nails to get 1 chainsaw. And it's the same with the chest and the med kit and, I don't know, the tuna fish. Once you get those materials, you can then exchange those for the items shown here. So I don't know. It's a little bit confusing, but basically, if you get 6 chests, 6 med kits, 6 chainsaws, and 6 tuna fish, you can get 1 copy of her accessory, or her boots, or her chest. The weapon is 10s, so it's more expensive. And then the headpiece is 8s, so it's also more expensive. Basically, what I'm trying to say is this can become a very expensive event. Unless you 2-star this gear, you might as well just be using your steel gear. So if you're going to go for this event, you have to go hard. As you saw earlier, it's 8 nails for 1 chainsaw. You need 6 chainsaws for 1 accessory. So you can see that it's, 18 chainsaws, 18 chainsaws, 18 chainsaws, and so on and so forth. So you need a ton of these things. You'll probably be spending maybe $400 on this to 2-star all of this gear. I'm not really sure. I could do the math, or you could as well, to kind of determine it. Now, as I mentioned previously, so that's kind of the event. It doesn't really matter. It's, I don't know, you just click on this car like a million times and it'll, you can exchange for things. As I mentioned earlier, it is on the SP Heroes only. And so it's important which pieces you get if you're not going to just ball out on it. So somebody like Annie, she's a front row hero. She's basically always in the front. You want that shooter resistance, or you want the resistance and the HP. So 2 pieces of this gear, we'll show it for Annie. So 2 pieces of this 2-star gear, it doesn't actually matter the stars, will get you that extra 10% shooter resistance over the steel gear. The steel gear, the 2-piece is 10%. The SP gear is 20%. So that's pretty nice, actually. But you are going to lose the 4-piece and the 5-piece. So you'll get the 2-piece from the SP equipment and the 3-piece from the steel equipment. So you'll get that shooter resistance and shooter might, but you will lose out on the shooter damage, or the damage dealt, and on the combat speed. So if you're only going to get like 2 pieces, you will get more resistance, but you lose out on some of the other stuff. If you get 4 pieces, which in my opinion, I would probably recommend as the like most optimal strategy, you'll get that shooter HP. HP is really, really strong, and getting 10% HP is pretty damn good. You don't really need the 5-piece for the shooter damage, but at that point, if you're getting 2-star, like 4 pieces, you might as well just get the 5th one, right? But it doesn't really matter that much. So what I would do if you're going to get the 2 pieces is get the 2 pieces that are most important. So the chest gives you basically all of the tanky stats, and then whatever other piece you want. So like the head is a little bit more expensive, keep in mind, or something else. Maybe you want the combat speed. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's kind of all there is to this weird new SP Hero compendium thing. It's very confusing why they're doing this. It's very expensive to get this gear. So it's not like this is a cheaper version of kind of the special sets. It's worse all around than the special sets. You just get a little bit less stats. So yeah, I don't know. Have fun if you guys want. Keep in mind with these packages currently, you are going to get a decent, a nice bonus, I guess, with the packages here. So that is something to consider just because there's this crystal event here. So you get an additional 50 crystals every time you're going to be buying this, which is cool. Then you can exchange those crystals for the Gamma event. So you can go to the shop, go to the Institute, and exchange these for the special equipment ones. So I guess maybe you're double, you're getting twice as much. You're getting the special and the SP. That's really the only justification I have. But in general, I probably wouldn't go for this stuff at all. Even if you're a super whale, it's kind of silly, but I'm sure people will. And if you do get it, congratulations. You'll be basically exactly the same strength as everybody else who didn't go for it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, hopefully you enjoyed the news segments. I'll try to get these done immediately upon new updates when there is new stuff like this. This was a little bit of a longer one because it's very confusing and there's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of math, yada, yada. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.